When we go back to real life, whatever real life is going to be, I think organisations, businesses that hold events are going to have to really up their game. So many have said that they're planning to move their events to the fourth quarter and said, yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be back to normal by then. But I'm thinking that actually an awful lot of events, if things were back to normal by September, are going to be happening between October, November and December. And it's going to be really tough to get bums on seats, not just because of the social distancing rules. And anyone will tell you that getting the bums on the seats, the delegate acquisition, whatever you want to call it, is tough at the very best of times. It is hard, it can be expensive, and it's so important. And people have got so much else going on in their lives right now. Combine that with, work commitments and family commitments and holiday commitments, all of which have been put on hold, haven't they, because of lockdown. And so you are going to find it hard to pin down the very important people that you want to go to these newly scheduled events. These guys are now going to have a gazillion more events to go to in that time period. And that's assuming everything's back to normal and we're actually allowed to go to the big events, as I've said. And even as we move into 2021, when everyone might be able to move around more freely, they are now going to be picky about which ones they go to. I've had talks with some senior business people over the last few months who have categorically said that lockdown has had a real impact on them and how they run their lives. It's made them realise their work-life balance was crazy and that they are travelling way too much normally. And let's not even go into the sustainability piece at the moment. Of course, this isn't a scientific poll, it's just a lot of people and what they're telling me, that they will not go back to travelling the globe willy-nilly, living in hotels, going to all the events like they did before. A lot of people have told me they're going to be really strategic about the events that they go to in person because they now know that they can get a really good standard of interaction online. It's going to give real life in-person events a good kick up the bum. And actually, I think that's a good idea. It's going to make them concentrate more on the content and the delivery and everything else, which of course, the really great events already do. But a lot of others have been resting on their laurels. So I think this whole thing is actually going to make the events industry better. That little extra kind of competition or that little extra element now is going to really benefit everybody.